So Donald Trump has appointed a new FBI director, Kash Patel. Now, Kash Patel began his career as a federal public defender in Miami before working as a terrorism prosecutor at the Department of Justice. And that was between 2014 and 2017. And then after that, he spent 2 years as senior aide to Republicans who led the House Intelligence Committee, reportedly fighting the investigation of Trump and Russian collusion in the 2016 election. Now, his former U.S. attorney, or the former U.S. Attorney General William Barr, had this to say about Trump's attempt to appoint Kash Patel in a senior FBI position in his first term. And I quote, "I categorically opposed making Patel deputy FBI director. I told Mark Meadows it would happen over my dead body. Someone with no background as an agent would never be able to command the respect necessary to run the day-to-day operations of the Bureau. Patel had virtually no experience that would qualify him to serve at the highest level of the world's preeminent law enforcement agency." Now, Kash Patel has since promised to go after political opponents, and not only political opponents, but also the media itself. And I quote again, "We're going to come after the people in the media who lied about American citizens, who helped Joe Biden rig presidential elections. We're going to come after you, whether it's criminally or civilly. We'll figure that out. But yeah, we're putting you all on notice. We're actually going to use the Constitution to prosecute them for crimes they said we have always been guilty of, but never have." Even on a recent podcast, he said that the incoming Trump administration intends to retain about 50 members of the FBI's Washington staff, and the remaining workforce would be put into the field. They would, in essence, close that building down, referring to the FBI headquarters, and open it up the next day as the museum to the deep state. That is an actual quote from him. So to reiterate, Kash Patel has promised to go after people in the media. He also believes that Joe Biden rigged presidential elections with no evidence, of course. He is saying that they're going to find a way to come after you and that they're going to figure it out. And now he's also saying that he wants to essentially close the FBI headquarters. And I mean, this is really what I mean when I say that conservatives have become the very thing that they used to fight against. Here you have somebody that is saying that they are literally going to prosecute political opponents, that they're going to come after the media, and that they don't care how they're going to do it, but they're going to figure it out. And you have conservatives on the other side cheering about it. And if this was somebody on the left who was making these statements, the Republicans would be going absolutely crazy. They would be going insane. But because it's somebody that's on their side, they suddenly somehow support this. Republicans are just hypocrites. And not only that, but Kash Patel also penned 3 children's books as part of the Plots Against the King trilogy, featuring himself as a wizard called the Distinguished Discoverer, defending, and I quote, King Donald from villains. King Donald? Kash Patel is now referencing Donald Trump as King Donald, as an actual king. So he wants to go after political opponents, doesn't care how he does it, he'll figure it out, like he said, and he refers to Trump as a king, as King Donald Trump. And nobody sees a problem with this. Just so crazy to me how Republicans and conservatives will yell from the rooftops about something like this happening on the left, but then when it comes to their party, when it's literally right in front of their faces, they have nothing to say. They either have nothing to say, they turn a blind eye, or they just think that everything is justified because they're on the right side. So we're really not holding anybody accountable on the Republican side. The Republicans don't hold their own side accountable. And now, with Hunter Biden's pardon, even the Democrats are coming out and saying that Biden shouldn't have done that. But on the flip side, you have Republicans who won't even acknowledge that Trump had committed crimes. They don't even acknowledge that January 6th was not peaceful, that January 6th was a riot. There's people on the right that literally think that the Capitol Police just let people into the building. So it just goes to show how the double standards work here, where on the Democrats, they criticize their own party. Just look at Joe Biden. He stepped down because of all the criticism. And then you have Donald Trump committing crimes, but nobody on the right even cares that he committed the crimes. And now you have Kash Patel literally saying that he's going to come after people in the media. So I'm at a loss for words. And the conservatives apparently support that.